and thank you so much for watching the next video in our Ask the Expert series with Early Learning Indiana. I'm here today with Kaylee Eickert. She is from Early Learning Indiana, and my name is Katie Mann. I'm from Indy with Kids. We are Indiana's #1 resource for families looking for things to do. We help adults plan the perpetual best day ever for the kids in their lives. And we've teamed up with Early Learning Indiana because, as we're going to find out, they're a huge resource for local families as well. Welcome, Kaylee.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Can you tell me a little bit about what Early Learning Indiana does in the community?
Yeah, so as an organization, we provide leadership, advocacy, and early childhood services to continually improve the early learning landscape within the state of Indiana. We do this through providing high quality childcare at 10 childcare centers, soon to be 11, within central Indiana. And we want to ensure that we are a resource for the community providers as well as families throughout the state.
Children in an early care environment spend so much of their time there. Kaylee, why is it important to have a high level of family engagement when kids are spending so much time in that early care environment?
Absolutely. So within Early Head Start and Day Early Learning, we understand that the child's parent and guardian is the child's first teacher. So therefore, we want to collaborate with the parents and the guardians to ensure that the children are feeling supported, as well as the families, and ensure that there are supports in place along with consistency for everyone.
So, Kaylee, teachers are the ones that are trained to educate children. Most first-time parents, we're just figuring the whole parenting thing out on the fly. How exactly should parents and their providers work together?
Absolutely. So we suggest that providers, so whether that be your school leader, center director, and or teachers, always communicate with families and providing information regarding their child's care, education, development. And we do this within our centers by sharing updates through certain platforms known as Life Cubby or Tadpoles. And our teachers are updating families throughout the day in regards to bathroom habits, eating habits, and then they're updating the families with fun pictures and letting them see like their child is developing and having fun at school. So that's a great way. In turn, we ask that families partner with their schools. So we ask that if you have any type of concerns around your child's education or development, you speak with your teacher about that. And that would be helpful because in that time, the teachers can ensure that they are gauging lesson plans and everyday activities towards your concerns in your child's development.
What, just as an example, what are some kinds of things that you would want parents to communicate to you as a provider?
Honestly, I say over communicate. So if you know that your child woke up that morning and is just emotionally having a bad day, communicate with your teacher so your teacher is not overwhelmed. Johnny's having a bad day. I'm going to provide some extra social emotional resources to this child.
When parents are looking for high quality early learning, how much engagement or communication should they expect from the provider?
So technically, what I like to say is when you are first going to tour facilities to see if your child is a good fit for that building, it's always nice to just see how the center and the culture of the center interacts with you when you walk in the door. So as soon as you walk in, if someone's there to greet you, ask you how you are, ask you about your child, I think that is a good sign. Obviously, if you walk in and you're not getting the feeling of welcomeness, and you may want to question because they may not have the skills then to ask those questions on a daily basis of how are you, what's going on at home.
So, Kaylee, you've mentioned your work with Early Head Start a couple of times. Can you explain Early Head Start or EHS and how it serves local families?
Early Head Start is a program that serves infants and toddlers under the age of 3 years old, and we provide intensive, comprehensive child development and family support services to low-income families. So some of the things that we direct towards Early Head Start families are home visits. We complete home visits about 2 times within the school year. And it's just a very good time for the family and parents to connect with their family engagement specialist along with the child's teacher, discuss development, discuss behaviors or any other concerns that may be occurring. along with the family unit. What issues are you having? What resources are needed? And we're going to be able to provide you. Another thing is we do track attendance. So we have a big push on school readiness. And as most individuals know, school readiness is a big piece of attendance. So when your child gets into a school system, they will be tracking your child's attendance. So we do the same with an early Head Start. We have an 85% attendance requirement. So if we get attendance from our centers that day and we see a child is absent, we are going to go that extra mile and reach out to the family to ensure their safety, to ensure everyone is okay. And then another big thing that we do is we offer an abundance of community resources to then help with those comprehensive services. So, for example, we invite in the health department to complete lead screenings. We invite in the Lions Club to complete vision screenings. And the good thing about that at that time is everyone within the center, not just early Head Start children, will receive those services.
I love that. So, how would a family enroll in early Head Start if they were interested or qualified?
Yeah, so a family can enroll by obviously calling us here at the office, and that phone number is 317-636-9197. And at that point in time, we can obviously discuss options. And then families have the opportunity to go ahead and just complete an application online. I will share that link. It is capital E, Early Learning Indiana.org/EHS application.
Thank you for all that excellent expertise. I have some more questions since you're such a great expert on all of this. What activities should parents and families be doing at home with their children to further the development of their child?
So we typically say in the early Head Start world that everything you do in your home is a learning opportunity. So simply engaging with your children, talking, reading books. It is stated that children learning happens in the context of relationships. So we suggest to families that if you're at home and you're cooking dinner, include your child, and maybe they can't do things, but you can talk with the child about the shapes, the colors, the textures, different things like that, and just engage them in their sensory. Bath time, talk about the body parts, give them the anatomy and the health aspects. So really everything you do in your home is a learning opportunity for your child.
Great words, great words. So I have a big question that I know could be controversial, but I was wondering, as from your experience and from what you know, is it bad for families to mix technology and education for their young learners?
So, no, but we do like to say, just like everything, it needs to be done in moderation. So we understand that families have lives. We understand that families have responsibilities. So we say use the technology as an additional tool when you may be busy. But there are plenty of resources out there that are educational and developmentally appropriate for children. We just have to connect with them.
Do you have any ideas or just some alternatives that parents can use instead of immediately turning to either the tablet or educational television? What are some easy things that they can do just maybe around the house or in the car or when they're at the doctor's office waiting instead of just handing technology over?
Absolutely. So, especially I liked the doctor question. So, speaking about the doctor, I think that's a good time to engage with your child and even ask them, how are they feeling in that moment? And just have a valid conversation because, as we know, children, some of those offices can be a little overwhelming. So, I think it's just about engaging and letting your child know the expectations of that appointment. So, we're going to go in, we're going to talk with your doctor, then we're going to go home. It's not going to be anything intense. I think at home, the biggest piece is finding what you have at home to entertain your child, right? You don't have to go out and buy the best big toy. You can go into the kitchen and find pots and pans, make music. You can find Tupperware and stack it, building blocks. I mean, there are numerous things that people can do within their homes, within their cars to engage and interact with their children.
Thank you very much. Very wise. I loved having you on today's show. And where can people find out more information? I know you shared one link for us. What was the website they can go to find out more information?
Yeah, so if you just want to go to Early Learning Indiana, our website, and search Early Head Start, there are numerous resources on our website.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll have you back. You've got lots of good stuff to say. And thank you to all of you guys for watching. And we'll see you on our next episode of Ask the Expert with Early Learning Indiana.
Thank you.